Hey, good morning, fellow crypto traders. All right, in today's video, here's what I plan on covering. Found a new tool because I have recently become a crypto subscriber, and I like this tool a lot. It's called VPVR, Volume Profile Visible Range. I've got it up now. I'm going to show you how that tool works to my advantage, giving me key levels of indication. All right. Second thing, am I overtrading this? I've had some responses to my recent trade activity saying that I'm falling prey to the fear. Remember, I've shown you the fear greed index, and I want to show you what my strategy is. Apparently, I have not made it clear enough. And so I think there's a few points really that I can clarify to help you understand what I'm thinking, why I didn't stop out that first candle, and why I am now stepping out. All right. And we'll cover the fear greed index. We'll take a look at that. Typically, when the fear greed index is at where it's at, which is currently at 25 today, I'm buying this up. I'm buying this market up at the fear index, preferably around 20. That's where I love to step in and make my buys. Why am I not doing that now? I'm going to cover that. And Substack Founding Members. Some of you all of you know that I'm mostly in cash at this point. And through the end of December, you may see some trade alerts come through. Uh, I will probably be shifting my normal trading from swing to more day trading, possibly even scalping here and there, depending upon where I find those opportunities and how abundant they are. All right, so let's get started. First tool, volume profile. Uh, what is it? What did I say? It was volume profile visible range. That's what VPVR stands for. And you can see that it shows me, it sticks a big old middle finger out where most of the volume was done, at what range that was done at. And I've got a little level here that is directly coinciding. This is Bitcoin on the daily with our 200 day. Now, that doesn't always happen. In this case, it is happening. Therefore, with that said, well, first let me explain the tool. What the tool does is it shows you where all the volume has occurred. All right, what price level has all the volume occurred? Now, the more that I zoom out on this tool, the more that range will probably change. Yeah, see how it jumped down to 36,000 once I zoomed out a little bit further. So that changes depending on how zoomed out or zoomed in you are. I'm going to leave it where it was because I like it coinciding with that 200 day. I think it is important to be honest with you. It measures, you can see the green portion of this candle, I guess, if you want to call it that, the profile. That's I've denoted green as the buyers and red as the sellers. And we're a little over 50-50 on this particular candle, with this particular zoom level showing most of the volume coming right at $46,664. And so this tool, I don't use many tools other than what you guys will find if you're a free subscriber. That's what I've used for years. That's all I've ever needed. I've been able to predict market movement that way. But I love this tool because it does help to confirm key levels that I am seeing. So what I'll do is I'll map out my levels, and then I'll bring in VPVR to confirm those levels and see where the volume has in fact taken place and if I'm correct in those levels. So in this case, not that I need it, but it does help to have that little bit of extra assurance knowing that I'm drawing these levels correctly. All right. So I was going to get to the fact that this is Bitcoin and this is our daily. And real quick before I jump over to the fear greed index, um, actually, let's skip over to the second point. Am I overtrading this market? All right. So, all of you guys who watch this daily update that I bring to you just about every day, I'd rather avoid Saturday and Sunday if I'm being honest. But this last weekend was a special case. I brought two more videos because of the price action. But anyways, those of you who watch me on a regular basis, first of all, God bless you that you endure through my droning on and on about seemingly benign and boring analytics. It is important, and I think most of you understand that, and that's why you listen to me, because you are seeing the things that I'm showing you and teaching you come into play. For instance, this key level of support. I've said many times, I feel like I'm on repeat, that is so significant that is my line in the sand. So anytime we're below that, I'm bearish. Anytime we're above it, I'm bullish. And I have repeated that. So then why didn't I set my stop somewhere down here and just stop out? Well, guys, to be honest with you, that's not the way I trade. I know I have recommended many of you put in your stops, trailing stops preferably, at a certain percentage level below. I'm making the assumption, and maybe I shouldn't make this assumption, that a lot of you who watch me are relatively new. The reason I make that assumption is because I'm getting newbie questions, if you will, and that's not bad. I'm just telling you, expressing to you the fact that the type of feedback that I'm receiving is makes me understand that you all are not quite at the level to which I am explaining and teaching. All right. And that's good because my whole point of doing this, the the majority of my purpose for doing this is to help other people who were like me, who did not understand analytics, who have not a lot of resources, not a lot of tools. We can't buy all the most expensive bots. We can't pay somebody to develop a script, and we can't, all we have is our manual capacity to trade in and out of various different cryptos. All right. So that's what I'm trying to do, is just teach the basics and help you guys to understand that you too, using just free resources and what's out there, can understand technical analysis. And so my listeners generally tend to be those that have maybe a basic understanding of crypto, well, just technical analysis, or are not familiar at all with technical analysis. So when I tell you to place your trailing stops, I am intending that to save you from massive destruction, because a lot of what new traders will do is they'll see the price going down, they panic, and then they sell down here. And this is how the whales accumulate. This is how the whales get richer and richer and richer. It's a fear campaign. It's on another level. It's not like the fear campaigns that we see in our political structures globally, or maybe even financially, with news items coming out. FUD out of China. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, doubt. More, miners are being shut down in China. China's going to put regulation. You see that news ad nauseum when it's to the advantage of China to influence Bitcoin prices, right? And we see that politically, uh, when it's to the advantage of the power structures to promote a certain item on their agenda. I've got to be very careful now what I say. Unfortunately, it's not the same on the interweb as it used to be. So I choose my words carefully here. But it's a fear campaign. So we currently have a fear campaign being drummed up again with the new variant, Omicron. And excuse me for offending those of you who think I mean ill will by saying that. I don't. It's a real thing. My wife is a nurse. I know COVID's real. I know it is dangerous. All right. Um, all I'm suggesting is that the level of fear doesn't correspond to the level of danger many times and could be influencing the prices of those pharma companies that stand to benefit. All right. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because it's all about money. That's what we're doing. You have to be, if you're going to be a good trader, you have to understand the agendas of those with the most power. And who has the most power? He who has the most gold is king. All right. So let's reference those people and understand to seek to understand their motivations, which is the almighty dollar many times. It's not because they care so deeply about you and how well you are. If that was the case, why don't they donate all their vaccinations to Africa, who is largely unvaccinated? All right. Enough said about that. I just want you guys to understand that to be a good trader, you have to get at the intent of the power structures that control and influence these fear campaigns. In crypto, it's no different. It's all about money. All right. So the whales have all the crypto, and they are going to do their own type of fear campaign. They now I've heard rumors about spoofing, which is where the whales put up these big, sell walls or buy walls to trick the retailers into either buying or selling. All right. And some people say, well, that was what happened here on Friday night. That could have been a part of it, but either way, I had this all charted out already. Technical analysis told me that if we crossed this line, we were gonna have some significant selling pressure, and we did. All right. So, guys, I'm saying all that to say you have to watch those fear campaigns, and now that we are uh, basically the geopolitical situation is coinciding with the price structure on the overall markets. So not only do we have, and I'm answering in a long way why I am not buying at 25 in the fear greed index. That's usually when I do buy. All right. I am not buying, number one, because institutional investors are now in this market and they are looking to make their hedge funds, many hedge investors or hedge fund managers are looking to make their hedge funds look real good, right? So what do you do at the end of the year? You sell and take those profits, all right? And what do you do at the beginning of the next year? You reallocate so that next year your hedge fund will look as good. So if you have X hedge fund and Y hedge fund, and X has had more allocation in Bitcoin and the uh, can show the investors that they've done very well this year, and the investors see, well, you're largely allocated in crypto, and the hedge fund X manager goes, oh yeah, that's why we've done well, and we took those profits, and here you are. And X and Y manager is looking over at X and seeing how good they've done, and their investors are saying, well, why aren't you invested in crypto? All right. So then what do you think Y hedge fund manager is going to do at the beginning of next year? They're going to reallocate, right, to cryptos because they want to look as good as X. And so that's what's happening here. You have a multifaceted, multifactored influence on these prices. We're seeing a coincidence of the fear campaigns being drummed up again, all right, in the geopolitical arena, along with institutional investors being invested and taking profits at the end of the year so that they look good to their investors. So yes, normally I would buy when the fear greed index was at 25 or lower. However, being that we are on the downside of this trend line, which I've been preaching forever, I am bearish and I don't want to buy there. Also, understanding the geopolitical situation along with institutional investors attempting to make a profit. And so, as I said, instead of doing my trailing stops here, what I do is I look to confirm the bearish move. And I always do this. I take my time with entries. I take my time with exits because I know it's going to come back around. It always does. The stock market goes in waves. All right. So I waited for the price to come back up as it has done. And my founding members know that I've started to offload many of my positions and probably got a better price than if I would have stopped out. Not only did I get a better price, but I have confirmation that this is a bearish move. I mean, that is a safety net that you can't that can't be beat. Really, you need that confirmation. And now we've spent 3 days, well, it's going on 3 days, going on 4 days under this resistance line. And that's all the confirmation I need. I'm seeing a bear flag here. I'm seeing good support here. I could suggest that we come down to this area. Bitcoin comes down to this area by the end of December. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I definitely am feeling better about being in cash than being in this market right now. All right. So hopefully that long-winded approach helps you to understand why I am not buying here. Now, my Substack subscribers, founding members, you guys know that you'll get those trade alerts, and you'll probably see me, you know, push a trade alert to you every once in a while, and you'll be like, well, what's this? I thought he wasn't investing. Well, I do intend to make profit where I can, and if I see opportunities to scalp a trade, to make a day trade, or if I see a positive crypto, there are some out there, i.e. Matic, really hot right now, then maybe I'll do that. I need to have a good setup, and I will wait for that. All right. Anyways, that is the answer to your question. Am I overtrading? I don't think I am. I'm just waiting for confirmation. I'm not selling the fear. No, I'm just being patient, waiting for a good selling opportunity, being that we are in bearish territory now. And that is always and has been always my strategy. All right. All right, let's pop over and brush real quickly. We got 2 minutes here before this video ends. And I'm going to show you just basically that there is a bear flag everywhere. All of these markets, same thing. SHIB, bear flag. All right. ADA. Okay, if I do that, then it takes me off the. All right. ADA, same thing. See this bear flag? All right. ZEC, Zcash has come down to its neckline, could break that and come down to the 200. Now, there is a lot of volume here. The VPVR indicates this is a lot of volume right here. So I don't know if that will happen. That one's actually looking better. That's actually a pretty decent setup considering we are in a bearish market right now. Doji flirting with a key level of resistance. Solana has come down. I've drawn this now as a parallel, but you do see I have a head and shoulders drawn here. We could break that, and actually I think we have. So bear flag right here, coming back down, coming down to our target, 125. This is what I'm seeing repeatedly on all of the altcoin markets. All right, guys. So no sense in repeating myself. Bear flag there. Theta. Oh, that hurts. That is, am I seeing that right? All right. No, it's back into the triangle. Well, that's good. I thought it was down here somewhere. I mean, that's one of my long positions. That's why I'm making such grotesque expressions. Bear flag everywhere, guys. Be careful out there. OXT is coming down. UMA's coming down. UMA's actually in a triangle, but nothing is really looking good. I will bring one more to your attention later in the day that does look good. Be careful out there. Stay safe. Hope this helps. Have a good day.